Hello everyone and welcome in. Hope everyone is doing well. Positive healing vibes to all the subscribers, the viewers, and the world out there. Today we are doing a healing spread for the sign of Capricorn. So in this message, Capricorn, we're going to look into those subconscious blockages that are holding you back from your past, how to process those blockages, and start this process of moving forward. Now, if you find the messages helpful or resonating for you, please give it a thumbs up. Also, guys, if you like the vibe, how I interpret the cards, you're more than welcome to subscribe. Everyone's welcome here, and it does help to set intentions for future messages. Most important message here for Capricorn Spirit. What do my Capricorn friends need to know? Now, this is going to resonate for the next month to 3 months, so keep that in mind. Four of Wands, Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, Hangman, Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, Hermit, the Lovers, the Sun, and the Reverse. So in your past here, Capricorn, and we're going to clarify all of this in a moment, but I feel like you come from a very stable history, solid family dynamic with the Four of Wands. However, there's this restrictive energy here. So what this tells me is most likely an older person, okay? But I feel here that it was very disciplined in your household. And not necessarily abusive, but just a lot of discipline, a lot of rules that you had to follow. And that keeps us in this very practical energy, this up in our head, overthinking, overanalyzing energy. Okay? Because when we come from a place where everything has rules, everything has structure, and then we get into our own personality in life, we don't have our own rules, or we kind of want to get away from that construct of living. But as humans and human nature, we need routine. We need schedule. We need things that are in alignment. Maybe not so rigid as they were in your past, but definitely setting boundaries, setting expectations is a normal part of human nature. And I feel like that's what you're coming to realize right now, because presently, it's like your perspective is changing on this. You probably felt like you probably held a grudge for a long time of how you were raised. Like, my parents were too strict, too overbearing. They never let me do anything. There were always these rules that I had to follow, is probably something that you bring up a lot. And right now, Capricorn, I feel like your perspective is changing on that. Like, they were only looking out for my best interests, and maybe they were a little bit too overbearing, but nobody's given an instruction manual when they have kids. Nobody is given an instruction manual to life. Even though there are books out there that claim to be instruction manuals, it's important to put your own perspective on things. Use your own opinion to judge how things are coming together. Don't just blindly trust what's written in a book. Do some research, right? And I feel like that's kind of where you're coming to an understanding that, and this is how society was back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. It was very rigid, very ruled. Everything was a ruled society. There were rules to everything, and people kind of obeyed by those rules, right? They just fell in line. And nowadays, people are becoming more outward thinking and thinking on their own, thinking for themselves, having their own opinions, diving into the story instead of judging a book by its cover, right? And neither way is right or wrong. It's just an easier way of living, of understanding, to have your own perspective when you're making your own rules. Now, we're going to clarify all of this here in a moment. I do feel like you are headed in a positive position, but there is a lot still to learn. Not only about this rules and routines, but also about yourself, your path, your purpose. And your story is part of that, right? Where you come from, your history, it's all part of that. So the reason for these messages aren't necessarily for you to be ashamed of anything from your past. It is what it is. It's more to be aware of what has transpired, what's coming up in the message in order for you to transmute the energy. So let's clarify. Now again, guys, if you find the messages helpful or resonating, please give it a thumbs up. Also, guys, if you like the vibe, how I interpret the cards, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. Everyone's welcome, and it does help to set intentions for future messages. So let's clarify the Four of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords. Yes, yes, yes. Like you wanted freedom from this rigidity. You, and especially if your parents were older, from an older generation, you probably were like a flower child or somebody who was a free spirit in your teen and adolescent years, adult adolescent years. Now I see this is a person who's maybe in their 30s to their 40s that's coming to terms with maybe the rules didn't need to be so rigid that there's still a need for rules. Let's clarify the Hanged Man. The Five of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So your parent, a person you looked up to, was a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For a long time, you held on to this resentment energy towards this person. And maybe this person has recently passed, or maybe you and this person have recently rekindled your relationship. But I feel like there was definitely healing in the present moment when it comes to this person in your life. This is telling me here, Capricorn, this was meant to be, right? This was meant to happen. Okay, you were meant to be in this place at this time. Let's clarify the Hermit, the Lovers, the Sun in the reverse. Like, you know the path that you need to take, but you're still questioning. That will come with time, with clarity and understanding, which I feel here right now, Capricorn, you're kind of in this position of putting the shoe on the other foot, if that makes sense. Putting yourself in this person's shoes and seeing things from their perspective. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper here into the energy and how to transmute this. We're first going to tap right into what exactly needs to be released for Capricorn in this energy. Now again, guys, if you like the vibe, how I interpret the cards, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. What needs to be released here for Capricorn Spirit, please and thank you. And honestly, Capricorn, this is something that you are actively working through. There's some, and I honestly feel like this is like sibling energy. There's a sibling, maybe a cousin from your past that you had a very strong connection with in the past, but had fallen off the bandwagon. Maybe you guys lost contact. I feel like this person is searching for you, is reaching out to you, is trying to figure out how to contact you. So that's a side note for somebody. That is a channeled message that's coming through. What needs to be released here is holding on to whatever transpired in your childhood in regards to a female figure in your life. You're going to know how that's resonating for yourself better than I am. But I feel like there was a lot of rigidity around this person. And to be honest, for some of you, this person isn't even in this earthly plane of existence anymore. And by still holding on to this, it's keeping you tied to this energy. So what will shift when this is released? So if recently you've been thinking about this particular person, or memories have been coming up in regards to, that's why. Okay. There's going to be some things that are going to shift in your life here currently. And if you are holding on to this, whatever transpired in your past with this person, it's going to be a difficult transition. It's going to be a difficult ride. It's going to be an uphill battle. Ten of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Wands. If you're able to let this go, let this tower fall, because you see we have the tower on the bottom of the deck. If you're able to let go and let this tower fall and just move forward with ease, grace, understanding, it won't be so heavy moving forward. And I do feel like there are blessings on the other side. However, if you hold on to this, or hold on to this past situation, whatever is going to transpire in your life, and I don't normally like to predict death in somebody's family, but I feel like it's something where somebody gets sick, somebody is like at the edge of their seat, at the edge of their life. If that is something that is resonating for you, you don't want to be holding on to this grudge through that process, because it's going to make this transition a lot harder. Now, maybe for some of you, this is like this person having to come and stay with you, or you're having to move this person into your home. Same. If you hold on to the past and what transpired between you in this past, this transition is going to be a lot more difficult than if you're able to just let it go. It is what it is. Everybody is not given an instruction manual when they have kids. They are only operating from the level of knowledge and the information that they're given at the time. You're not able to do better until you know better. And I feel like that's a big message that's coming out here. Maybe for some of you, you're experiencing this in your own life, your own children. You felt like you were doing the right thing and you were being a good parent, and then they got to a certain age and you just felt this distance, like, where did things turn left? If you hold on to where it turned left, instead of just going with the flow, and everything happens for a reason, okay? So we all have our own lessons that we have to learn. Some of those lessons we create in this lifetime. Some of those lessons we've carried over from past lifetimes. And being there for a person while they're going through these lessons, if you can, is what's important. And if you can't because it's affecting you, you have to love this person from a distance, still sending them positive energy and prayers and just holding them in high regards instead of holding on to the negative aspect of what transpired. So this can resonate different ways for each individual. It's stemming from this past energy and what's transpired then. And that's why you're having this difficult time right now, or will be soon, is because whatever transpired in the past is now currently repeating itself in your present life. Forgive doesn't mean that you're forgetting. It doesn't mean that you're allowing the person to use you or walk over you or step on you. But by you holding on to the situation and thinking about this, overanalyzing, it's keeping you trapped, and it's also starting to weigh heavy in other areas of your life. So where should Capricorn focus their energy then, Spirit? Please and thank you. Focus on the positive things that are transpiring. And even if this person hasn't yet come forward and said they're sorry, do feel like in their own way they are remorseful for whatever it is that transpired, whatever. It's like whatever you're holding on to, Capricorn, this person has this understanding and awareness that it wasn't right, that wasn't okay, but they haven't yet communicated that to you. Be patient with this person because they will. But I feel like focusing on the positive things that are transpiring now, you're finally getting to a place where you can have a common ground, that you can speak your piece and get closure on the past. That's what's going to be important, because I feel like there is a big conversation that's coming up that's definitely needed. And I feel like it's with a person from your past. It may also be a person from your current energy, your current life, a child, or a close family member. And it's like history is repeating itself. This is why. So let's look at anything hidden that you need to be made aware of. Choices. You have a big decision to make. And it's hard to make this decision. It's like you held on to this for so long. You built up this defense mechanism. You didn't want to think about it any other way. Now you're being presented information and the opportunity to see this from a different perspective. Why not integrate that? Right? We can't do any better until we know better. And now that you know better, you're obligated to do better. We all are. So, and taking it one step further, even like in my own life and for my own children, when I'm a human, I'm a parent, I'm trying to do the best that I can with the information that I've been given. And if there's ever a time where I mess up, or I maybe say the wrong thing, or I blame one child for not doing their chore when it was the other, something along those lines, it's always important to come forward and apologize, right? And to even articulate where you messed up or where you went wrong. So there is this understanding. Communication is the key when trying to come up with a resolution and resolve challenges within a relationship dynamic, no matter if it's a partner or a child or a friend. When we understand where we've made a mistake, it's our duty to go forward and then apologize and rectify anything that we may have missed or any complication that we may have made along the way. Again, you don't do better until you know better. And so that's where this comes in. And I feel like you're experiencing that in your own life. And it's coming full circle. It's not a way to beat you up, or I'm not trying to get you to look down on yourself. It's just simply awareness is the key, guys. So if you're aware of why history is repeating itself, you can start to take the steps that you need to take, i.e., apologizing, understanding, communicating, because that's something that you didn't receive in your past, right? So we don't want to keep creating the same trauma experiences generations down the line. If we're able to rectify this situation here and now, why not? And this is going to resonate different for different people. Again, guys, this is a general reading. But I do feel here this is an energy of history repeating itself, and you being able to see something that transpired in your life that you held on to for so long. And you're seeing it come full circle. So let's pull a few cards for your spiritual advice. Thank you guys again for all the love and the support. I just let it fall and I don't try to interfere with it because I want to see how it falls. And I want to see if it falls upside down, backwards, sideways, halfway in between. Okay, so there's definitely a decision that needs to be made here. And there's a time for reflecting on what decision needs to be made. Right now, there's still some things that are hidden that I've talked about in this reading that are yet to be revealed. Okay, so tarot readings are meant for entertainment purposes only. Take everything you hear on any YouTube reading with a grain of salt, unless it's a personal reading and somebody reaches out to you personally, or you reach out to your favorite tarot reader personally. Every other reading is general, grain of salt. Okay? There's a conversation that's going to come up soon with you and this person, and you're going to have a decision to make. Is history going to repeat itself? Or are you going to be able to rectify the challenge and come up with a resolution? That may mean compromise. That may mean apologizing for, even if it's a way that you made this person feel. Because let's be honest, none of us want to purposefully make another person feel a certain type of negative emotion, I hope. And so, with that being said, it's okay to say, I apologize. That wasn't my intention. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. A decision definitely needs to be made, but I feel here, Capricorn, this is like history repeating itself. It's coming full circle. So trust your guides here. Be honest with yourself. And then take action. If you need to take action and apologize, or maybe you need to go forward and have a conversation with the person, and you need to be the one that expresses how that person made you feel in that moment, and they need to be the one that apologizes. It's up to you to say that, to express that, and then initiate that conversation. I feel like that's what this whole message is about, Capricorn, is healing. And you taking the initiative in whatever direction and whatever manner needs to be taken to start moving forward, to start transmuting that negative energy. So your healing message coming out is nurture. Beautiful energy. It's definitely motherly energy, so nurturing, caring, coming to an understanding. No matter what is going on in your being, it is vital to nourish and nurture yourself. This may mean learning how to listen to your needs. This card is asking you to balance the attention you give to the people and situations around you with the attention you give to yourself. This balance will help you make healthier choices for yourself. Do something daily that is just for you. The way you choose to nurture yourself will be unique to you. You may feel the urge to exercise, to take a long bath, to have a massage, or to curl up under your favorite blanket. You may choose to go to sleep at an earlier time. The most important aspect of self-nurture is giving yourself permission to make healthy choices. Maintaining a daily flow of self-nourishment will help you in many ways. Once a nurturing practice is in place, your energy levels will be higher and more consistent. This will lead to better decision making. Capricorn, there's a big decision that needs to be made and a big conversation that's coming up. So preparing for this and having this understanding is going to be the most important. You're on the path to healing and understanding, Capricorn. Just as trauma is contagious, healing is just as contagious, if not more. So, Capricorn, I feel like that's a good solid message coming out for you guys. Thank you guys again for all the love and support, for liking, subscribing, for sharing the content, for information on the rituals, the ritual kits, personal readings, and the drawing that we're about to do at 20,000 subscribers. It's all below in the description box. If you found the messages helpful, if it's resonating for you, please give it a thumbs up, or better yet, comment below how it was helpful or a little portion of your story. You never know how your story could help another person. Thank you guys again, and I look forward to reading your cards again soon. Namaste.